Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another Vidsight episode. And I'm super excited to do this one because this one, I'm going to take it a bit personal. It's going to be about me, and I'm going to talk about content seeding. Content seeding is something that I've been doing for a very long time, which has been very effective to drive business towards me and towards my agency and towards all the other things that I do, including my non-profit organization. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk a bit more in details of why content seeding is important and how you can do it effectively and what it really is about. So what is content seeding first? How to succeed in content seeding, how to succeed in content seeding, if I can say that correctly. So let's start by talking about content seeding. I think it's something that people tell me all the time is, and I get that all the time, it's like, Flavilla, why are you always in my feed? I see you all the time. And I pretty much my response is, I know, that's what I want to happen. And they look at me a bit confused, like, what? And they wonder, how are you doing this? And I'm basically sitting. The reason I do that is that I don't expect all the content that I share to convert immediately into customers, but I know that as I'm doing it on a regular basis, I'm putting seeds in everybody who has access to my content. At the point they decide, yes, I need support of a brand agency to build a new brand, or support of value position, or articulating our product offering, or just maybe raising a personal brand profile, and so on. They will think about me. And what will happen is not just customers, but also people will recommend me. So I get a number of recommendations or a number of outreach from big brands, but also startups and also sort of individuals within my network that support me. That's why content thing is so important, you know? And pretty much it's look a bit like I'm cloning myself, but I'm pretty much everywhere, here and abroad, somewhere else doing this. And you're probably wondering, how on earth she gets to do any work? Remember, I'm not just by myself. I have a superb team which is there to help me as well. So really, the power of content seeding is that you're creating something. Just think about it. Like if you were in a new business, who would you trust? The person who has put content for 6 months on a regular basis, or someone who just put one piece of content? You probably trust the person that has been there on a regular basis. They showcase the way that they've done. They're giving you great value over a full with continuously. Then by the point you see this, you're like, well, this is brilliant. I definitely want to work with them. And the content setting is a bit like SEO. When you start on your SEO journey to make sure that your website is on the first page, you don't do it now and expect results tomorrow. You do it now and maybe 3 months, if you're lucky, less than 3 months. Most of the time, you just wait about 3 months return before you start appearing on the right pages. Then you start showing up. And the idea of content setting is the same thing. The longer you've been doing it, the more consistently you've been doing it, the more success you're going to get into that. And if you're like me, your inbox will be filled with requests. What's very important when you do content seeding, it's very much about understanding the right metrics to keep an eye on. It's not so much about the likes, even though the likes are very important, but it's more about the impressions. The idea is that you want to get in front of as many people as possible. And the reason why I love social media, because it's free, yes, you don't have to pay. People will pay, God knows, to be in front of 4,103 people. When you've built your audience and you're sharing the right content and people like on top of that, then you create a lot more engagement. So really think in terms of, am I getting likes and I'm getting impressions from the right audience? I'm just getting likes. People just like what I do, but it never converts. Because at the end of the day, if you do this and it doesn't convert to business, you either don't have clarity in terms of what you are sharing out there. It's just like, very, viral content, but doesn't lead to what you are offering, when it's pointless, or you're sharing content that really just reinforce how good you are in your space and what people should come to you. Yeah. So how to seed effectively, I say succeed, but how to seed, there's also the word succeed, yes, which links together. The idea of obviously seeding is to make sure that you generate clients, yes, not just followers. You want people actually interested in your business, which is the point of it. So first thing is content consistency. The second part is delivery constancy, should I say? And then the last part is quality and value. Content consistency, again, something comes back to what are you sharing? Are you sharing content that is relevant to your specific target audience, your stakeholders? Are you just sharing very much generic content for everybody? So I work with technology companies and I will think in terms of what am I sharing that is relevant to tech companies? Quite often it's about simplifying the complex strategy, design, obviously relevant to any business, but I will adapt to make sure it really speaks with my specific audience. Yes, delivery consistency. Again, some things you don't post one and blooming time and hope for the best. You have to be consistent with what you're doing as well. So again, something like with LinkedIn, I know I'm on pretty much all platforms, YouTube, LinkedIn, even TikTok, which I thought that I would never be on TikTok. I do like TikTok just for the functionalities of how you can create very nice and animated videos. But again, I know that my main audience is on LinkedIn. So that's probably where I spend most of my time. So you can, you can repurpose your content on other platform. And even if you get a low engagement, for example, what I share on LinkedIn and what I share on Instagram, I don't get the same engagement. And I'm fine with it because I know that's not where my audience is going to be. And I must say the quality of what I get on Instagram is not the same as what I get on LinkedIn. So therefore it matters more where I know that my audience is. Again, quality and value. Are you sharing valuable content that makes you come across as a thought leader, as an expert in your field, and within just not generic content people can get online? Yes, are you original and you creative in how you're sharing your content? Again, something using a platform such as LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn as now a newsletter, which is great for building your subscribers. You see now about 2,392 subscribers. I launched this list less than a subscribers list because they had a blog post before and it's transformed it into a subscriber newsletter. So I launched it about a month ago when I already have 2,392, which is great. And I'm hoping, and I'm not hoping, I know I'm going to grow this. So I'm super excited about that. Again, something, be a show off. What I mean by that, brag. People love success and success attracts success. So if you talk about how great doing things, you can see here about 3,580 impressions on this one. So it means 305,800 people have seen it. Try to visualize this. Imagine 3,580 people in front of you looking at your content. Sounds pretty crazy, yeah? Doesn't seem as crazy when you think about it as just numbers. When you think about it as physical people, you can see how good it is. And if one or two of them convert into customers, that's magic. Yeah. Next thing is obviously drive change in your industry. I'm lucky I have a podcast and I've been having a lot of great conversation with tech leaders in this space. And again, it's a great way to engage with your audience to really be a change maker in your fields, in your industry. What are you doing to drive change, not to be a passenger? Yes, drive it. Don't just be a passenger. And again, I think a podcast, again, something, if you don't have to have 25 million downloads, but if you have downloads of people who are relevant to your industry, that's exactly sufficient. Again, it's a great way to position yourself and build your credibility. Again, focus on providing value first, which is very key. Again, what I'm sharing doesn't have to be you who's doing it. It can be anybody within your company. Obviously, the more you doing it, the better it is. Yeah. So providing valuable content, think about value. Are you providing content first, or are you trying to sell your product and services? This is very different. So make sure you do it right. Again, something, your page, when you Google your name, I don't know if I will advise you to Google your name or actually create alerts around your name so you can see what is being told about yourself. So good, when you Google your name, you can see that as well that what comes up is LinkedIn page, or if you have a personal website, your website. So LinkedIn is very important. See this as your CV, CVs as your page portfolio, however you see it, really just showcase how good you are. Really don't be afraid to show. But you can see here again something, my number of views. I have 2,007 views on my profile. I have almost 8,000 views post impressions, which is good as well, and 949 search appearance. So people searching for brand strategists, people searching for keynote speaker, I come up on those search, which is really good. So look the part. So when it comes to your page, it's going to convert. They're going to come to you and ask for more. Again, it's so powerful to build credibility for brand associations. Again, you can see I'm a judge for Amazon, being associated with a number of brands, and I can name a few: American Express, Toyota, Facebook, Meta, Goldman Sachs, and so on and so on. It's easy for me now to attract more and more big brands, So really think in terms of how you're building and showcasing your name, your company to bigger brands that already have recognition, which helps, again, build your own. Again, something I wanted to finish with this point: success doesn't happen overnight, but you need to start right now. If you think about all this, I like now taking the analogy of a singer, Adele or Black Eyed Peas or whoever it is. They had to work for a very long time before they get the success that they have right now. So be phenomenal, even if the light is not on you. And at some point, trust me, consistency always pay off. All right. So that's the end. I hope that you enjoy it. Remember to subscribe to my newsletter on LinkedIn and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more of these things. And obviously visit our website if you like what I've shared. There's so much more if you haven't seen my previous videos. Now, visit we are, you can hear my voice on Tech Talk and have some amazing conversation with individuals in this space who are doing some great things. So be part of that change. And yes, and I hope that you enjoy this. And I see you very soon.